I went upstairs real quick for like 2 minutes right before the Larissa Pacheco fight started. And I came back down, it was already over. What happened? What happened in that 30 seconds? Oh, a big overhand right's what happened. God damn. And guess what? Up next, we got fucking old school veteran Maurice Green. And he is fighting some fucking Ferreira monster, 6'6", doing backflips at fucking 265 pounds and shit. Holy fuck, he looks like the next guy from the PFL that might get popped. No offense, but it could happen. Holy fuck, guys. We got a bunch of cool shit to look at and to talk about tonight. Before we get into the violence cards, we're going to talk about this bottle of bourbon I found at the liquor store. I'm going to a bourbon tasting tomorrow night, and this is a Heaven Hill bottled in bond. So most bottled in bonds are only aged 4 years. It's part of the requirement to be aged at least 4 years to be a bottled in bond by the government. This one's aged 7 years, so a little bit more. A lot of people don't like the Heaven Hill grain profile, but at a higher proof, I really don't mind it. So that's going to be really tasty tomorrow. But the tasty thing that we're looking at tonight is this beautiful bundle I got on Whatnot. If you guys haven't done Whatnot yet, it seems to be a little shady. I've been on there for about 2 or 3 weeks, just browsing around, just looking, just being friendly. And it seems like most of the people that are doing like the breaks, they have these crazy breaks where like you pay a certain amount of money plus shipping, and then they spin this wheel, and then you get like a group, like 2 or 3 fighters, or so it's just like gambling on top of gambling, and it seems really fucking stupid to me. But the cool thing that I like on there are the live auction singles. So they'll pull up a live auction, and they show you a group of cards or one card, and then all the people that are in there live, they just bid on it. So I went on there last week, and it was a guy's first time doing an auction live on Whatnot, so it made me a little nervous, but he had a bunch of top shit. So right off the bat, he pulled some stuff out that I had asked him for, which we'll talk about later. And I decided to just, after I bought some stuff and had paid for the shipping, I was like, well, if stuff comes up super cheap, I'm just going to go ahead and snag it anyway. So that's exactly what happened. I'm going to go kind of from top to bottom. So the first card here, this is a Sergio Pettis Bellator champion. Triple patch auto, number 2. I believe this one's out of 25. Yeah, 22 of 25. Then we have a beautiful Jessica Andrade. I don't have a ton of Jessica right now, so I was really happy to get this one. And these came in out of a bundle of like 5 or 6 cards that people were bidding on. And this one, I believe, is numbered to like 90 or something. I don't know how they pick these numbers. 90. So I think all these cards, most of them are Topps Museum, which I have a lot. I don't have a lot of, especially numbered, patch autos. So these aren't like, a lot of these aren't giant names, but it's people I don't have cards of that I used to watch fight all the time. And I think for the bundles that I got them in, if I want to eventually try and resell, I think these will be really good. I digress. Rafael Asuncao out of fucking 315. Ugh, God. Big numbers. That's a sweet card, though. Jimmy Riviera, I think numbered to the 260. And then we got a Joe Duffy, my first Joe Duffy card. I don't know if you guys remember him, but another Irish guy. Didn't have a ton of fights in the UFC, but you know how these guys fight. They're always there to scrap. And then we got another Rafael Sunsao quad patch, numbered 25. Really shiny. And by the way, I don't know if like this guy had just bought these cards and like they're all so clean. Like the edges are perfect. Like they're just like fresh, like fresh from the pack pull. So it's not like they've been bouncing around somewhere getting fucked up. The backs kind of like have a little bit of nick, but all these cards, like out of Topps Museum cards I've seen, like these are all in very, very, very good condition. Jose Aldo, Josie Aldo, numbered to 35. I usually wouldn't get excited about this generic plain matte relic, but if we turn this card around and we look and see what event this is from, this is a little piece of history right here. The piece of that matte is from UFC 200, an iconic event with so many crazy fights. Here we got Johanna Jędrzejczyk, and I believe that is her punching the fuck out of Jessica Andrade. I forget which UFC this is at. This is numbered out of 75. I like that there's a little bit of other markings, a little bit of color on the matte relic. I think these old matte relics are really disrespected. So this is from UFC 211, and I believe this is the fight this came from. I think, what was the main event of this? The main event of this was, oh boy, I'm gonna think of it in a second. Oh my gosh. It was a fun fight. If anybody remembers what the main event of UFC 211 was, please let me know. Oh, it was Stipe. It was Stipe dos Santos. Yeah, Stipe knocked out Stipe Miocic knocked out Junior Dos Santos in the first round at UFC 211. Fucking look it up. Let me know if I'm wrong. My brain's so good. You didn't hear typing over here. There was no like typing going on. Like none of that shit. God damn. And here is Yoel Romero in his a crazy fight against Chris Weidman. And this is a relic from UFC 205. I do not remember what the main event at UFC 205 is. Maybe while I'm mumbling about this shit, I'll remember and I'll let you guys know. What a tragic story. Not really tragic, but like an unfortunate career. Nico Montana, the first inaugural flyweight champion in the women's division in the world. She was the first champion ever, and she beat this woman, the back of this woman's head, Roxanne Modafferi. I don't remember the name of who she was supposed to fight, but they got injured and backed out late, and then Roxanne saved the day and came in. She was supposed to defend her title against Valentina Shevchenko, and then something weird happened. Hold on, I gotta look this up real quick. Hold on, 1 second. So, Nico. Okay, so Nico Montano was scheduled to fight, Valentina Shevchenko. However, prior to the weigh-ins, Montano was transported to the hospital due to effects of weight cutting, and the bout was canceled, and she was stripped of her title. So that's the first unfortunate thing. She was supposed to fight Sarah McMahon next, and she pulled out citing an injury. And it was McMahon pulled out. So after that, she was supposed to fight Sarah McMahon, who pulled out from an injury, and Juliana Pena fought her, and Juliana Pena dominated her with a decision. But like, it was just a long, weird run of her having issues. What else? Oh, she was supposed to fight Carl Rosa in 2021. But she was pulled from the card for some reason, and that was the fight where Carl Rosa fought Jocelyn Edwards, and Jocelyn Edwards won that weird fucking decision where there's no way she fucking won that fight at all. My memory is way better than I thought it was, especially after I've had some bourbons. All right, so I think those are all the relics, and then we got two autos here from Topps Museum. The first one is Hilson Reyes, which I don't have any of his cards. Super OG, great fighter from back in the day. I don't know what he's doing right now. I'll have to like maybe look him up and see what he's doing. And then we got Chad Laprice, which unfortunately I don't. Yeah, I think he was just one that was like lumped into a bundle. I don't remember Chad. Sorry, Chad. Sorry. So, those are all the autos, patches, patch autos, blah, blah, blahs. Then I got some lots on some base cards, some numbered base. So we're going to start with those, and we're going to go through these hopefully a little bit quicker. All right, so first off, we got Thug Rose, Topps Museum. Most of these are... by the way, are 2018, 2019, and some, 2018, 2019. So Thug Rose out of 75. TJ Thrillishaw, the Snake, out of 75. I thought this was fun. This is a Wonder Boy out of 159. And then right behind him in the same lot, there was this Tyrone Woodley out of 159. So two guys that have a storied history against each other, a couple fights against each other. I wish he would have came out on top both times instead of this fucking guy, but hey, shit happens. All right, then we got our boy Bobby Knuckles. I'm always happy to see Bobby Knuckles come around, numbered out of 159. Then we got Henry Cejudo, and this is numbered out of 75 base. Then we have, the Polish princess, Karolina Kowalkiewicz. Did I just fuck her name up? Karolina Kowalkiewicz. I know who the Polish princess is. I tell you what, if you guys aren't following her on Instagram, you're missing out. Fucking low-key thirst trap, thicker than a Snickers. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I would not be upset if she put me in a scarf hold and I got stuck. Sorry. And then usually when I find this guy, I usually hack him up with my fucking my card opener. But this is a rookie card of Marcin Tybura, numbered to 75. So we're not going to fuck this up or damage it, because this card deserves respect. And last but not least, we got this nice Demetrius Johnson out of 159. After he gets back from vacation, he is going to fuck Bradley Martin up. I don't know if you guys have heard about this YouTuber guy, Bradley, but he's been talking a lot of shit to a lot of people about how he thinks he can beat everybody up in a street fight because he's big and on steroids. Good luck when you do a jiu-jitsu match against this little man, because he is going to get a hold of your neck and he is going to squeeze and squeeze until your big, old, dumb steroid body goes unconscious. So these are all, none of these are numbered, and these are all base from 2020 and 2019 Topps. But they are parallels, and I didn't have a lot of these cards, and I don't have a lot of Khabib cards, so this was the last thing that he had, and he's just like, hey, I'm just going to throw these out if anybody wants them. I think I got this entire lot here out of the $100 I spent. All these cards right here cost me, I think, $6 or $7. So we got, I believe this is some sort of bloodlines. Khabib, And then we got Daniel Cormier and his adversary John Jones. A bunch of Amanda Nunez's. And this guy was nice enough to put all these in fucking top loaders after he penny sleeved them. Because when he showed them on there, they were just penny sleeved and he top loaded everything. A couple Chuck Liddell's, and these are the Topps cards that are like the old baseball style, super papery, which I kind of like the feel of these now that everything's like prism and everything is just so thick and foily. So the retro feel on these is kind of cool. A couple three John Joneses, a Connor, Max Holloway, Usman, and Amanda Nunez. So I really thought that that was a decent deal. I'm planning on doing a local card show here pretty soon. So I think this will be a fun one to set out for, I don't know, whatever each, like super cheap. I think I should be able to make a pretty good profit off of it when people walk by. Most people at a card show, I believe, at least the local card shows I've been to recently, there's not a lot of UFC cards. So I'm hoping if we set up at a local card show, at least there'll be something different, something unique for people to look at. And I think this would be a good way to, you know, make a couple bucks and give people some cool cards of some big hitters. So if you're looking to do that and you're like wanting to do card shows and stuff, I think Whatnot in this way is like a really good opportunity to maybe like get a bunch of cards that you can use. All right, we're here at the end, and I'm going to show you the two Mark Hunt cards that were the reason that I bought this lot. Like I said, I always ask Mark Hunt when I've been on Whatnot for the past 3-4 weeks, and finally this guy's like, yeah, I got some Mark Hunt. So out of the same lot, I got this patch auto numbered to 25 from Topps Knockout. This is my first. I'm a giant Mark Hunt fan. His cards are very expensive because he does have a diehard following, but it's very small. So I was very happy to get this card. First Mark Hunt auto, and at least is numbered pretty low. And then I shouldn't be this excited about this card, but I really, really am, because it's just just a Matt Relic card. But this is a Matt Relic card of his second fight against Bigfoot. It's numbered out of 75, and it came from that event from Mark Hunt versus Bigfoot Silva 2, the Steroid Freak 2. I'm sorry, but god damn it, Mark Hunt got into a fucking war in their first fight. These guys punched the fuck out of each other. Mark Hunt hit Bigfoot Silva in the head at least 7,000 times in their first fight. And I've watched a lot of Mark Hunt fights. When Mark Hunt hits people, they fucking fall, and they fucking fall hard. And this guy took all the punches for rounds and rounds and didn't go down. And then it turns out after the fight, oh no way, that big fuck was on steroids. So that draw that they had, first off, the first fight was a draw. It should not have been a draw. Mark Hunt won that fucking fight. I digress. And then in the second fight, Mark knocked him out in the first round because guess what? He wasn't on steroids. I'm not a scientist. I do not know if fucking you taking steroids helps you absorb punches. I'm sure just having a giant head like that will help you absorb punches. But Mark Hunt's head's giant too. Either way, I'm very, very happy to have this card. Look how clean this card is, dude. I gotta get my filthy fucking hands off this thing, because I might get this graded. All right, guys, that's my Whatnot lot, my first big Whatnot lot. If you guys get on there, be careful. Stay disciplined. Be smart. Don't waste your money. Everything that people put on there, they're gonna say, "Oh, this is going for so low. It's a good deal." They're there to make money. So I think there are opportunities there. So take a look. Let me know what you guys think about Whatnot. Godspeed. Party on. Fuck yeah. big fights on tomorrow. Aljamain Sterling's going to beat the fuck out of Sugar Sean. Let's go.